Hi there, my name is Jennifer Tricarico and I am going to be leading the afternoon first graders, the Orange team, for BLAST next week. I wanted to put together something, it's something that helped me and I thought it might help other leaders to see what these sign language signs are with the scripture that the kids will be memorizing. So this is our little video for people like me who need to see it done. And then I'll put together another more succinct one just for the kids. And we'll share that in case it blesses you all. So, no professional, just this helps my brain, maybe it helps yours. So the first one, with Micah 6:8, the signs that you'll see, if you're not familiar with them, Lord is a letter L with the sash. This is basically like the royal robes, the royalty. So a mark of royalty, so Lord. And require is basically putting your finger there and pulling it towards your body. And justice would be the scales of justice. This is, I went ahead and added love and kindness. Kindness is like wrapping a bandage around a wound. So there's kindness. And walking humbly would be putting, allowing yourself to be put in submission to someone. So you're putting your hands here and bringing it underneath your left hand. Humbly. With your God, and God is actually the letter G pointing up to heaven and bringing it down in a sign of reverence. So when you put it all together, you get, and what does the Lord require of you but to do justice? I hope I got those right. Yeah, but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God. Micah 6:8. Now those are not real sign language digits. That would be some trickier stuff with their fingers, but I thought it might be easier for the kids to just do a 6 and an 8. Little ones, like my first graders, will probably just do an M for Micah, Micah, and then go 6, 8. Or they'll try 6, 8. Hope that helps. Next verse coming up. Okay, so day 2, we go on to James 2:18. And this you're going to see a sign for show that's a lot like when the Lord required of us, except this time we're saying like show. You're putting the same sign, but you're going forward. And then faith is actually like an idea that you're lifting up. And there's little like fists, and it also talks about strength, like an idea of trust and strength. So there's also a sign for practice that you see in the handouts, but practice is basically like polishing something like over and over again. And then action is just your hands in a C shape going back and forth. So that's your action right there. And again, for 2:18, I'm actually using, I was going to do the J symbol. You just paint a J with your pinky finger, your right hand, or if you're left-handed. A J for James 2, and then I'm going to go 18 and make a little snowman 8. Again, the deal with kids and with being able to do these memory things is something that sticks and something that helps them move around and attach it. If you've got older kids in your group, do something else, whatever works for that part. But here you go. Day 2, Tuesday. I'll show you my faith, there's an idea of strength, by putting it into practice in faithful action. James 2:18. All together again. I'll show you my faith by putting it into practice in faithful action. James 2:18. Okay, day 3 is Wednesday's verse. We're in Galatians 6:2. There are a couple signs here that when I looked them up, figured out these might work better. So carry is just like it looks like. You're carrying boxes. Carry each other's burdens. And you are putting a burden on the right shoulder and dipping down. Carry each other's burdens. And here's where I came up with looking for fulfill. It's actually, there's different translations on this, and obey actually works quite well in this slot. And there's no real sign for fulfill. So we're using the sign for obey. And if you think about someone who might have their fist up and someone else commands them to put their fists down, they obey by laying their fists down. So what you get is carry each other's, and law is also a letter L with law on the books. So it's like a list of laws on the books. So law, and then we get back to Christ. Remember, L was for the Lord. This is God. This is the Lord. And then a C, shoulder to hip, is the sign for Christ. So if you put it all together, you get this. Carry each other's burdens, and so you will fulfill the law of Christ. And here's where you can use the G symbol for Galatians. Say Galatians 6:2. Galatians 6:2. That would be a 2. Come up with something there. Galatians 6:2. One more time. Carry each other's burdens, and so you will fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2. Okay, now we're on day 4, Thursday. This one, everyone can cheer. It's very, very short, very sweet. I wish it was as easy to obey as it is to sign. When you look up what a lot of signs are for come, I don't know why they put it on there as a follow. This is really as simple as it is. It's come here. You can do a finger just like this, come. So come and follow. Now this one's important because you're going to use it tomorrow for disciples in a different way. So come, follow. Just think of two, like you're holding two fists with the thumb sort of up. It's really the letter A, but follow. Come, follow me. And I'm doing again Matthew. This is my Micah, so I'm using the M again, but I'm doing a bounce. So Matthew 4:19. Try that with them. If not, for my little ones, it might end up being Matthew 4:19. Matthew 4:19. Some other symbol like that to help them through. So, come, follow me. Matthew 4:19. Okay, so now we're on Friday, and we're going to build on one sign we used yesterday. Today we're going to do Matthew 28:19. So, some of the signs we're going to use. Therefore is not a really common sign out there. So we're going to use the sign for 4, which is like saying why. This is why. So you're going to kind of flick your finger up from your forehead. 4. So, therefore, go. The exact opposite of come. It's go. So point those fingers out. Therefore, go. And make disciples. Now this is good. You're using the same sign as follow, where you kind of take your A's and you're pushing out to the corner here. So instead of going follow, you're going to do disciples. It's just the letter D, followers. So, therefore, go and make disciples of all nations. Now, instead of using the actual signs for, I think it's, that's it, all, and then nations is an N like this. We're not going to go all nations. It's a lot of stuff. Let's just use world like other translations do. 2 W's. You swirl them around once for a rotation of the globe, and you stop them on each other. So, the way it all works out together is, therefore, go and make disciples of all nations. And you're done. And you can fumble over your fingers like me. Matthew. So again, my little ones are going to go Matthew, and I'll probably just have them say Matthew 28:19, some silly thing. Or you can say Matthew 28:19 to get the fingers going with the 2, 8, and the 1, 9. So that's up to you with your age kids, but those are the signs for you. Hope that all helped.